please, I urge you, if you haven't watched this Golden State Clippers game that happened, I believe it was yesterday, go watch it, even just the highlights. Curry had a perfect first quarter for 25 points.
25 points in the first quarter, 9 from 9 from the field.
9 from 9, 5 from 5 from 3. Was insane. Pulled away pretty quickly from the Clippers, but I do have to give praise as well before I move on to talk about more Steph and Golden State as a team. Paul George looked really freaking good as well.
He looked like prime, like
Oh, yeah.
OKC Thunder,
Yep.
third MVP Paul George.
Like, he looked really, really
Like, you could lead a team with this Paul George.
Yes. If this is the Paul George, Clippers fans, if this is the Paul George that you're getting day in, day out,
You are ecstatic.
you're looking good. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if Kawhi is out for
For
the moment.
whenever Kawhi comes back, it's
looking
like an additional, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whew.
But then the tier above that is obviously Steph Curry. He's his first game that he had against LA, triple-double, 8th
Yep.
in his career. Shot like shit, but still came up and did what the team needed to get that victory. I think it's still a big victory over both
100%.
LA teams.
100%.
But it's insane what we're seeing. So Curry had 45 points, 10 rebounds for the game. That's back-to-back 10 rebound games, I believe, for Curry, which
For a
is
6'2" point guard.
wild to see. I guess what I wanted to ask you about Steph is last year we saw a season from Steph which rivaled one of his MVP seasons. It was that good of a season. It's just they didn't see too much. They didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they had
got
struggled a bit
bounced.
with team success.
Do you see us getting another MVP season for Steph?
MVP-like season, similar to last season?
MVP. Because
Or do you think him getting... Yes, potentially.
Yeah.
100%.
He's always got the writers and the reporters on his side.
Yeah.
So he's going to get those votes. The players love Steph. And his game speaks for itself.
Yeah, especially when Clay's still not back and he's able to carry the team.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the offensive load, absolutely carrying the team and with insane efficiency. Insane efficiency. Yes, 100% potential. Because I feel there's the issue of voter fatigue, and LeBron has suffered from this. If voter fatigue wasn't a thing, LeBron would have like 10 MVPs, right?
yeah.
And Steph would have some voter fatigue. But who currently is someone who has never had an MVP before that could potentially get it this season? As in like new voter feeling. You know what I mean?
As one.
Who?
Embiid.
Maybe.
That's it. That's right. It's like, if he's healthy.
So it's likely going to be a repeat MVP. And it's like Giannis has got two. He's
got two.
Two. Jokic, he's got one, but I don't see him getting back to back. So there's a good chance Steph might get it purely off of voter feeling, which is a bullshit thing, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? And if he's going to have a season like he did last season, or if anything based off these first two games, 100% there's a good chance.
No, I completely agree. He's just got so many things going his way. And like you said,
100%.
the timeline where things are at right now, the only other player I can see potentially getting MVP is Joel Embiid, and that's still a maybe.
Yeah.
He still needs to be healthy. But I can see it happening. I completely agree.
He's one of my 3 picks.
Yep, he's a top 3 pick for me right now. And I know it's only 2 games in. This is always fun.
Who's your guesses for MVP? We'll state them right here, right now.
All right.
I've got 2 that are set.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Because of the Ben Simmons drama, he's got a load to pick up. Steph Curry, Luka Doncic.
Interesting.
Actually, no, I'm taking out Luka because Jason Kidd doesn't know how to coach Luka. I'm going to be honest
Look,
right now.
we're early days. Give it time.
I don't know. I'm gonna give a
Don't say Trey Young.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about this. I'm gonna say
There is a narrative here you could pick, a narrative pick.
What's the narrative pick?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back from
he's got the
injury,
numbers. He's got the
leader of a
numbers.
team,
Yeah, I can
still
see.
playing amazingly. This is his comeback.
I can see it actually. That's not a bad pick.
He's him, Steph, and Luka are my picks.
Yeah, I would.
A distant fourth, I'd say, is Jokic.
If they still had Rick Carlisle, I would say Luka, just because his numbers would be so big. But Jason Kidd's already come out and said that we're not shooting threes like we used to. Shutting that shit down.
I love the confidence. I love him like, my team, fuck y'all, my team. But to be fair, I'd love to see Luka shooting like a couple threes a game and just dominating in the paint and stuff. We'll see how it goes.
I agree with you, but there are some points where, like last game, I saw Luka just bomb it from like 30 feet out and swish it. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a say in this.
know.
Luka, do what you want to do.
He could get MVP.
Yeah. But so with Steph, we can anticipate he's our top 3
Yeah.
for MVP. as a team, they're looking really, really good.
They are.
Now, they're basically the opposite of the Lakers right now. Lakers have a lot of team chemistry issues. We've got name players, not good players, and I'll touch on that later.
Ooh, interesting.
But Golden State, they've had for the most part, the same group of guys for quite some time.
Core, yeah.
You know, the core's there. And Jordan Poole has always been someone that I've said, keep an eye on Jordan Poole.
You've had he's been one of your boys.
Yeah. And now everyone's like, he's going to have a leap this year. His first game, baller.
Incredible.
Second game, not so
That was
much.
that was a statistical outlier. You know what I mean? That he's not going to be that good every game. But
if
a good
he can
show.
be somewhat of just that, a ball handler and a scoring threat.
For when Steph
that
goes
he
to the
is,
bench.
Yep. It elevates this team. It's exactly what they need because Kevon Looney still looks like the dude. He is the Caruso of that team.
100%.
And it looks great when I see it work.
My fucking boy.
No, you're absolutely right. Kevin Looney does what needs to be done on that team and that scheme. And they just look really, really well without Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. And I know that both LA teams aren't ideal right now. Lakers have chemistry issues. Brand new team, 9 new players, I believe it is. And obviously Kawhi Leonard's not there with the Clippers, but still elite teams.
Yeah, still great
know?
teams. Still
And-
playoff bound teams.
Golden State took them down.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal to me because it shows that, okay, now they have been getting better. Despite Clay being gone for 2.5 years, they've been getting better.
They've gotten better.
as a
Yeah,
team.
100%. And they got Iggy back.
Iggy's there.
And it's like, whoa, Iggy. But they can just slot him in. He knows all the schemes. He knows
Absolutely.
every play.
Absolutely. So where do you see Golden State? Do you see them actually being on the top half of the conference, or do you see them fizzling out a little bit or evening out to where they're the bottom half? Because they're definitely making the playoffs.
Oh, 100%. It depends when Clay's back.
Okay.
What part of the season Clay comes back, how long it takes him to get used to the NBA speed again. But I see him being around 5th seed.
Yep. I can see that. I think 5th or 6th.
I had the
think-
exact same thing, 5th or 6th.
Steph isn't an Iron Man of the league.
No.
He does go out from time to time.
Yep.
And I think those times where he's out, Jordan Poole is going to get better, but he's not going to be able to.
He's not going to
carry
carry
it.
that team in those times. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a mix between Steph gets beat up on plays, on screens. He gets torn apart if you watch him. And when does Clay come back? They Steph's going to be incredible, but how long can he carry this team with those wins?
Yeah. And who knows, But I think it's safe for us to say, just off the 2 games that we've seen and how Curry is playing, how Poole is playing, how the team is looking, they should be around 5 to 6 without Clay. That's what I see. With
100%.
Clay, if we get like an 80% Clay, maybe a 4 seed.
Yep.
May bump them up. But that's where I kind of see Golden State at the
Yep,
moment.
I 100% agree with you.
They're definitely if you got League Pass, watch Golden State games. We're seeing potentially a historic season for Curry again.